And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Jameis now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Carry here for Terrence West. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Bearing it deep. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10, and that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
13, 13. What do you need? What do you need? 11, 11.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's brought down. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
20. What do you need? 11, 11, 11, 11. Get hot.
Garoppolo again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
20. Baby. Hurry up. Hey, gun. 21, 21.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hurry up. 13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Now Garoppolo. Caught left side, Garcon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Gold is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Now a second down throw for Winston.
And Incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They start on the ground with West. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Garoppolo, he hits West underneath. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go now.
Throwing, Winston. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucks are able to strike for 6. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He gets this one to go zone. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Garoppolo now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Noah Spence. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken from the 7. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Winston throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Winston now to throw on first down. And this is incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. That'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On second down, it's Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel subs.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Reuben Foster coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be fielded at the 6. Gets around him, and he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Okay.
So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Play action. Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Garoppolo now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This is caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Terrence West, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
11. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
Out through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Winston. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
This is Jones. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A give to Jones. Shedding the tackle. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged. Times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got it to West on the dump off. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Garoppolo nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
13.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back now in Tampa. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hurry up! Back 13.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, that's West, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is West, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the rookie from Notre Dame, it's Josh Adams. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. throw is Garoppolo. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game, his third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Oh, now he bowls him over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweat.
This is caught inside the 15. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Winston now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Here's Winston. Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Winston. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The drive begins with a handoff to Wentz. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, Adams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Right back to him on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for San Francisco, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.